He is risen. He is risen indeed. Hey, praying you had a great Easter. It's such an important part of our faith. Our Easter portrait was, of course, Jesus. Jesus really is the focal point of not just Easter, but so much more. But the resurrection, that gives us hope to the hopeless and everybody in between. Think about this. After 2,000 years, there's not 1 minute on this earth that millions of people are not studying Jesus' life and His words. Jesus lives in this minuscule, tiny little town 2 millenniums ago, and yet more attention is given to Jesus, more devotion is given to Jesus, more criticism is given to Jesus, more opposition is given to this one person than anyone else in the history of the world. Every recorded word that He spoke has been studied and analyzed and scrutinized and debated more than any other words or any other person's words put all together. Jesus never writes a book that we know of, and yet millions of books are written about Jesus. He never paints a picture, far as we know, and yet the world's greatest art, the world's greatest dramas, the world's greatest music, the world's greatest literature has Jesus as its source. Jesus, He never raises an army, and yet millions have died for Him. He never travels far from His birthplace, and yet His testimony has gone around the world. He only has a handful of followers when He dies, and yet today millions upon millions name His name as the one that they follow. He doesn't attend a university or seminary, and yet thousands of universities and seminaries and colleges and schools are built in the name of Jesus. He truly is the one who turns graves into gardens. So today, even if your world is dark right now, and all you see is pain, or you're experiencing grief, or you're wondering where in the world is God, would you remember that the message of Easter is not that there is no death. The message of Easter is not that there's no darkness. The message of Easter is not that God won't let you die. The message of Easter is not that faith is easy. Here is the message of Easter, is that no matter what stone, no matter how big it is, no matter what kind of grave you might find yourself in, would you remember this, that Jesus walks out of the grave. And this means that we can trust Him for our life as well as our death. In fact, Jesus says in John 11, I am the resurrection and life. He who believes in me will live even though he dies. And whoever lives and believes in me will never die. My friends, this is the portrait of Jesus. He is alive. Have a great week.